Hi, how's it going? Great. Well, I'm I know. I'll show you what happened to me a few days ago. The problem was, that was not my kitchen. Gracias por estar aquí. Soy Raquel y este es Inglés a tu lado. Stick with me, because in today's video, we're going to learn about how we say, how we do, what we do in the kitchen. Yay! Before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Are you ready? Let's go! Okay, well, first of all, this is not my kitchen. I'm in Mexico. Yeah, I'm in Mexico right now. Right? Today, I'm going to make some oatmeal. You can keep me company. Okay? Okay, so do I have everything I need? I have my oatmeal. I have a pot, a top. I've got a spoon. I've got some water. And this is really not a good bowl, but this is not my kitchen. Now, before I begin, I like to rinse out my pots. I like to rinse them out. So I'm going to turn on the faucet. I come to the sink and I turn on the faucet. Now the water is running. The water is running, and I'm going to rinse out the pot. Make sure there's no dirt in it, and I'm going to dry it out. It's dry, right? It's clean. I think I'm ready for the next step. So now, the next step. You need to read the directions on the back. I need to measure 1 cup of water. I need to measure out the water. So let me get my measuring cup. I don't think there's a measuring cup here. This is not my kitchen. I think I'll just use this coffee carafe. A coffee carafe to measure my water. Here's my water. I'm going to measure out the right amount of water. I hope I'm doing the right thing, because this is not my kitchen. And then I'll pour the water into the pot. Let's see how this is gonna go. I have the water in the pot. Now it's time to boil the water. It needs to be hot because this is oatmeal. So I'm going to boil the water, right? So I'm gonna turn on the stove. This one, yeah, watch this. Oh, okay, I need to be careful, right? So the stove is on. I lit the stove. I'm gonna put the pot on the stove, and it's time for the water to boil. While we're waiting For the water to boil, let's talk about that word, water. Water. Native English speakers will often say water, water. This depends on where you live in the U.S. There are different ways to say the word water. My accent is more of a common accent, so you say water, water. Some people say water, water. I think it's starting to boil. You want to see? The water is boiling. So now next I'm going to add the oatmeal to the pot and stir it with a spoon. I think I want a wooden spoon. Let me see if they have one. This is not my kitchen. I found a plastic spoon. It's plastic. So I'll turn the heat down a little bit, open up the package, and pour the oatmeal in the pot. Now it's time to stir it. I'm stirring the oatmeal. Ooh. Maybe I need more heat. A little bit more. I'm stirring. There's something in this oatmeal. What is that? Ooh. What is that? Oh my gosh. It smells like strawberries. So I'll stir it and I will let it cook for a little while. Maybe 5 minutes. We'll see. I'm so glad that you guys are keeping me company while I cook this oatmeal. Thank you. Okay, 5 minutes is over. Look. Look at that. Yay, it's thicker now. I will pour the oatmeal into the bowl. The bowl. What do you think? I did not come to Mexico to eat oatmeal. In fact, I have been eating wonderful foods like gorditos and chiles de nogada and tacos al pastor and margaritas and things like that. Yeah. Back to the oatmeal. I'm gonna taste it. No, it's not for me. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. My oatmeal with water. Oatmeal? No. Mexico? Yeah. Maybe I'll tell you a little bit more about my trip later on. Thank you for watching. And remember, if you didn't get everything, it's no biggie. Don't be afraid to watch it again. Bye-bye now. See you next time.